Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Love to Live Healthy show. I'm Josephine Fitzpatrick, author of Cheat Day Rules and Shed the Pounds, both available on Amazon. I'm a weight loss nutrition specialist for over 15 years, and I work with thousands of clients all over the world. I own Innovation Healthy Market at 8025 Jericho Turnpike, Woodbury, New York, where for the last 12 years we sell hundreds of prepared meals and snacks. We are open to the public 7 days a week. You do not have to be a client to shop in our store. We have customers from all over Long Island visit our store every day, and we ship tri-state. We also offer free Long Island delivery every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we hand deliver to New York City every Tuesday. We are also on Uber Eats 7 days a week. So if you're looking to lose weight or just eat healthy, come and visit our store. Everything is made fresh daily, and we carry everything from high protein, low carb, gluten-free, sugar-free, plant-based, vegan, keto, and our famous detox. Someone is always available at the store to help you. They will hold your hand to help you get what you need, so please do not hesitate to ask when you walk in. For more information on our store, delivery, shopping, and weight loss, visit our website, innovationhealthymarket.com, or check out our Instagram at Innovation Weight Loss. Today I'm here with Jake Fitzpatrick. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning.
And what's today's topic? Today's topic is...
Jumping into September, resetting, refocusing, recharging.
Thank
because
you.
Of summertime. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I think I need to refocus
I
and
thought
recharge.
you were waiting for me to say it. So, okay.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Because you know what? September is like a whole different schedule from the summer.
Yeah. I mean, 1 week in August, like the last week in August, everybody's still doing barbecues. Everybody's still doing their thing. And then it's like
Labor Day.
Yeah, even though it's only the kids going back to school, everybody feels like they're going back to something because they're getting everything ready for school and all that. So
it's so true. I find that too for people that are listening or our clients, our customers, don't panic too if it took you like that extra week, because I find that a lot of times you're getting everyone on schedule and you're getting yourself back to work or yourself back to your home or yourself back to the gym, whatever. We're not doing the beach thing anymore. We're not doing the kids are home from camp. The vacations are over.
Yep.
And you think like, oh, I'm going right back on.
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes that week.
Well, yeah, you got to think too, like a lot of factors are either, you're a parent, whether or not you're a mother or father, or if you are a teacher, or if you have some sort of role, that starts back up in September, whether or not, like you're a coach, like a dance coach, a teacher involved in school systems, or just like a parent of some sort.
Right.
You have to almost put yourself aside for a whole week. So you're not focusing on yourself.
Yes, exactly.
And you're getting, your kids ready for school, or you're getting the classroom ready for school, or whatever it might be. And then that whole week you kind of didn't put any focus on yourself. So then that's your 1 week of like, that kind of gets you to that, like when you feel like you fell off a little bit, but that week kind of just makes it feel 10 times worse,
Right. I find that always happens. Even like when we go into like January, everyone's like, January 2nd. And, you have that mindset. That's why I tell everyone, don't eat everything in sight, like thinking like, after Labor Day, I'm going back on. No, because sometimes that just doesn't happen. And now you ate everything in sight thinking you were going back on, and you don't.
Yeah.
It takes you that week or 2 weeks sometimes. Listen, things happen that we don't have control of. So many people right now have COVID, some strain of it.
Crazy, right?
It's ridiculous. So, like, these things can pop up and you don't expect them, and it can totally throw you off. So I think the best thing to do, if you can, and of course it's a little late to talk about it, we're through the summer, but don't go into the all or nothing, Just kind of like pace every day, each week, each month.
Yeah, like weaning yourself off, kind of wean yourself back on.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, no, like you said, though, too, like it's weird, like, because it's everybody's on the same schedule, but then again, everybody also is on completely different because everybody, whether or not be school again, like school, every school starts up, different times. So one school might start, a week later. So then, people are still coming back from vacation as well. So, people
that drop their kids
if you
up.
want to talk about it like that, those people are really 2 weeks behind everybody,
Yeah.
So,
and you know what's so funny? The colleges go back so early.
Yeah.
This weekend's, I think, from Miami and a lot of the colleges, it's parent weekend already. So
Crazy.
You tried to get back on, and you're already back at, parent weekend partying in Ohio State or wherever,
Yeah, because
or
as
Miami,
soon as you get
wherever
back
it
on
is.
schedule, then it's there's always reasons, like we always talk about. There's always a reason that would kind of influence you to like, you're not going to have fun if you don't cheat.
Exactly.
You know, like, you know,
or
football,
you have to
like,
cheat to have fun.
First game of the season, football season, and it's like college football. And then it's, next week is, first NFL game. So then we got to cheat again. And then in between
it's
there.
so true.
It's
so true.
Life is full of those.
Well, listen, with everything that goes on in the world today, the celebrations is what we have to live for,
True.
really.
Yeah, true.
But what I will say is when you're going through this, when you're going through like something coming up, hopefully it's good things, the best thing to do is really, really stick to your program Monday through Friday, Stick to the program Monday through Friday. The weekends, instead of having like one cheat, maybe just be mindful on the weekend. Only cheat when you really feel it's worth it. And, just stay on program when you can. I always say make the good days great and make the not so great days mindful.
Yeah. You know what it is too is like sometimes I find like one of the best motivators for a time like this is almost when you feel your worst. Like I find
which
that
is a lot of times after the summer.
It's exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, January 1st or like, September even, like usually like the biggest motivator that kind of gets people to their threshold or their breaking point rather is like, how many times have you heard me say it where I'm like, oh my God, I feel terrible right now. That's almost the biggest motivator because it's like, you can't think about anything else other than like, I got to get myself back on, I got to get myself back on track. Like, it's good because, you're doing the first step of like, you're aware, but what are you going to do about it?
Right. You have to follow through.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like you can tell everybody that you
things.
run into, like, I got to get back on, but like,
Until
while
you
you're putting a
actually
potato
do
chip in your eye.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's true. And that's really why the program is so great, whether you're on the regular innovation, whether you're doing the detox, which I always tell people, jump on the detox. Like if you're struggling, jump on it. It's going to give you instant weight loss.
Especially with all our new meals. It's a lot easier.
Exactly. And then you can go from there.
Yeah.
And by the way, we do have the detox series, which I find that everyone's really, really finding helpful doing the detox. So make sure if you haven't, to watch our Instagram because you'll see the detox series on there.
Yep.
And it is really just all tips on how to do it. We had so many people respond and say, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know I could do that," Or
there's so many things like like we always talk about.
We have a lot of rule followers. That's why
we have a lot of rule followers. But there's also, you can't blame anybody because there's so many other plans out there, like like the Optavia, all that stuff. That's like, you have to do it this way or it won't work.
Right. Yes.
Whereas like, you can't really blame people for thinking like that. But the best part is you just use testimonials like from stuff I hear from people in the store or stuff, you hear or
it's
just
posted.
Somebody came up with their own way, it's like any way you can get it in throughout the whole day is whatever works for you, works for you.
100%.
And everybody's doing it all the different ways, and everybody's still losing.
Everyone's losing amazing numbers, and it's real food, which I'm just putting out there. That's what's so important about it.
Yeah, it's not a liquid diet. It's not
all natural, no fake foods. Yep. So I think that's key.
Absolutely.
But
it's like a detox, but you feel like you're cheating while you're doing it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think that's what helps people though mentally. It's always mental. Listen, 90% of any weight loss is mental.
Yeah. The worst part is you can't have more of it.
How's your runs going, by the way?
They're going great.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Actually, I only asked because I haven't asked you about it.
That was a crazy change of topic.
I know.
Jeez.
I was just thinking of it.
What, did somebody drop a dime on me or something?
Why have you not been running?
I don't know. No, I have, but I'm just...
No, I literally just thought of it.
Now I'm going to turn around when I'm running. I feel like someone's following me.
No, well, I wouldn't have asked if someone was following you.
Wow.
That's so funny.
That was wild.
You know what? 'Cause last time we were here, we were talking about your runs.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I thought of it. And I'm like, I haven't asked him if he's been running. You look like you've been running, but I didn't know.
Thanks. I don't believe you.
You do. We were just talking about it.
I know. It's just that was, wow.
I'm
you
sorry.
Gotta work on your transition skills. Transitioning conversation.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
But no, they're going
great,
my head, and I said it. Could be dangerous, but
yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about ways that you can stick and recharge for September. Like I said, we don't want to be all or nothing, but if you have already done that and you got to get past it, jump on the detox or make sure you have everything included. Make sure you have a schedule. I find that doing a schedule is so important. like, I'm such a schedule
Definitely.
person. Like, I like to know what I'm doing each day so I know what to follow.
I think this is great for everybody listening because I'm the total opposite. Like, the only thing schedule-wise that I need is just times. Like if I have a due date or like a deadline, like I have to follow that. But I feel like structure for me is important, but
It's
I don't know if
definitely
that's
important.
different from scheduling.
Well,
like,
I think, I guess it's the way you look at it. Like, for me,
Yeah.
I have to write down, like, what I'm going to get done today. And it's not always, I know Sean right now is saying you're never on time. But the thing is, I know I'll get it done. But, like, it's,
See, for me, I don't do that because I feel like if I write it down, then something immediately, like, it's like the universe hears me, and then they just throw another thing into the pot, and then I'm like, well, can't do that, cross off.
that's
It's like,
so funny.
but for me, it's like, I don't want to say on a whim, but like, it's like a happy medium of like scheduled, but I know the cluster of what I'm going to do throughout the day, but wherever they fall is where they fall. Like,
Well, I think you have your most important things. You're going to work. Whether you're
I
picking
can't
up
really
from the kitchen.
I can't go to the gym
whatever.
while I'm at work. So,
Yeah,
it's
that. Like,
Yeah.
you know what you're going to get done. You just don't know when.
It's more so
Yeah.
just like anytime.
But I don't really think that's
well, when
true,
it comes
though.
to nutrition, I feel like that's what it is.
Okay, you're
because
talking
I
about
can't
that.
like.
I'm talking about schedules. Like, I'm talking about, like, I know, like, when, obviously you wake up, you do your emails or whatever, you go to work, if I see clients, if I'm going to run,
Yeah.
whether it's going to be before or after, sometimes
Yeah.
it's before,
Well, I mean,
sometimes
whether or not I
after.
have to be like at the kitchen or either one of the kitchens or at the store or wherever, or at a meeting with you, or we're going somewhere else. Like, really the best part and the worst part about having you as the boss is like, you tell me where to be and I'm like, all right, I got to be there. So that's it. So
No thinking involved.
no thinking, because I don't have an option. So that's the best and worst
True.
part.
Very true.
Yeah, makes it easier on my life, but it's also not.
We won't talk
Because at
about
least I
that.
never have to text my mom saying, I can't be there, Ma. Sorry, my boss said. Because you are my boss.
Very true.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But
Well, I think what's good, let's talk about exercise, because I think that is a
Definitely,
key component.
yeah.
And I'm going to tell you this.
Before it gets cold, you want to get as much in before as
Yes,
you can.
yes.
So,
But also, what I find, a lot of my clients who are going through whatever, whether it's menopause, whether it's just, they hurt themselves, they haven't been able to exercise. What I find is once they get that exercise in, and remember, if you haven't exercised for a long time, or, maybe you were injured, maybe it was your schedule, whatever the case is, and you start, it's going to make such a big difference. It's going to be like, for example, your 1 mile walk would be the same as somebody else's 3 mile walk because they exercise all the time.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
So when it's so new to your body, and I find that when the clients, especially like, I'm going to say 45 and older, start incorporating that exercise, it makes such a big difference in their number. It doesn't give them 5 pounds, but it will definitely move the number a little faster when they're on program.
Absolutely.
Now, if you're like some of my clients who do 2 or 3 classes, you know who you are, which is fine. It's great, but they'll move the number even faster because they're on program and they're killing it working out.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
it's just something to think about. Like, we're meant to move, and I think that's really important. So if you're looking to get back on schedule, you either have the option of saying, okay, September, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to get my nutrition back in order. I'm going to do the detox for a couple of weeks. I'm going to get my exercise going, and I'm going to follow it.
Yeah.
Or pick one thing. Pick
Exactly.
one thing and get it and do it and follow it, and I think that would be a really big thing too.
I agree too. And it's also about, the importance of framing it. So then you don't want to kind of admit your faults, you don't want to come into September saying like, I feel disgusting. It's not going to do you any benefit to put yourself down. So almost frame it as like a fresh chapter of, you're not starting, you're fixing mistakes.
Right.
Frame it in a way that's like positive and motivational almost to you. Because you don't
I
need
think
to
that's really important.
like
That's
you
such
don't
a good
need
point.
well, I mean, just for everybody, because I hear it so much. Like every time someone comes in and it's like back to it. So it's like the first thing everybody says to me is like, I feel disgusting, I look disgusting. I'm like, you put it out there, and I didn't.
Yeah,
you
right,
know, like
right.
I
Wasn't
didn't
even
like,
thinking it
I
until you
wasn't
said
even
it.
I wasn't
Yeah.
even thinking it until you said it, and you brought the negative attention to yourself.
I
So
love that,
when
yeah.
you walk into the store, almost think like you don't need to start over. You just need to, pick up the pen and start writing. Like keep
Exactly,
writing.
yeah.
Like you need to, like keep
Continue
it going.
on your path.
Yeah, you didn't go
Exactly.
backwards. You just stopped.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's okay. You just
Yeah, you
continue.
still made all the progress beforehand.
And even
like,
if you gain some back, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and
that's
exactly.
what the different times of the year we're going to do that.
And
you
also,
know?
too, the one thing that you said at one point, which was awesome to me, which I didn't even realize, was, a lot of people who might feel bad right now because they, gained a little more. You got to remember, at one point in time, what you're at right now that you feel disgusting was probably your new low.
Yeah, that's
So
very true. Yeah,
always remember that. Like if you when you feel disgusting right now, you were happy to get to that number at one point.
exactly.
So,
yes,
and if
So
not,
true.
then sorry. But,
then it's not you, but
then we'll get there. But,
no,
but
but that's very true because a lot
yeah.
of times people get so because they stopped
I
losing.
mean, I do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I don't work out for 2 or 3 days in a row,
Eat
I'll
good.
come to you and I'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel so small. I feel like I lost everything, and you're like, it's not. And I always remember it's like one workout being missed, 2 workouts being missed. It's probably doing me good. I just don't feel it.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
it's probably doing me good to at least rest.
It's definitely because
but-
you're healing.
Yeah, exactly.
And
but
as long as your food's on program, you're fine.
yeah, I guess it's not really the same thing, but more so just about the mentality
Yeah, right,
perspective,
right.
But
Well,
like
it's
if
much
your food's
worse.
bad for 2 or 3 days in a row, then it's much worse probably than missing the gym for
Yes,
2 or 3
yes.
days. So
My point was
Yeah.
if you miss the gym for 2 or 3 days, but you keep your food on program, you're going to feel okay.
yeah,
If you do both and miss and
Yeah.
go off program, you're going to feel horrible.
yeah,
You know?
sure, yeah.
But let's talk about Dad. He lost like 12 pounds on detox.
Crazy.
He looks amazing.
Crazy.
I'm so proud of him.
I don't know what happened. He just
He got
decided.
mentally. He just was like, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
He saw everyone's results. He was
Yeah.
like, I can do this.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I know
though.
you think I probably cracked the whip at home, but I don't. So
I know it was fully his decision.
1,000%.
Absolutely his
Yeah,
decision.
and
it's
yeah,
really funny.
I was really proud of him though when he did it. I don't like to put the pressure because he's so busy and it's hard. But
Yeah.
he's lost 12 pounds and he's still going. He does it every week, and then he has very flexible weekends, which
Yep.
works great. Now he's starting to incorporate the long walks with me, which
Yep.
is really good. But
3
I'm
miles,
telling you, for people that haven't seen him, he literally his belly is half the size.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exciting.
No, it's great. I'm really
So I
happy
just
for him
put
too.
that out there.
Yeah.
That
No, I mean it's
listen,
funny because I remember
food.
he always talked about it too. He always talked about doing it. And the thing is about him too is he never actually was an overeater.
No, he's not.
It was
It's
just the things that he ate were not the best.
And he just exactly. He never ate a lot of anything.
Yeah.
It's just older. You're older.
Yeah. But I mean,
he's
he would tell
60.
me. He would.
My husband's 60.
When you say it, it's not bad. But,
No,
but the thing is,
it's
but,
funny.
like-
I've been with him since I'm 16.
crazy.
So to say 60, it's crazy.
it's crazy.
But
Wow. Your whole life.
more than half my life. It's
More than that.
crazy.
Yeah.
But
Wow. But
I have a while till I get to 60, but I'm just I like to remind him of that. But no, he looks amazing. He's doing unbelievable. And it, like you said, he was never really an overeater. It's just not a lot of movement.
yeah.
And
I mean, so many days he would say to us, I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day. And then his choice of meal would be pizza.
yeah, because he'd
it's
be
like-
starving. Or
exactly.
he'd eat 2-3
So,
meals.
so
Yeah,
of course,
exactly.
it's he didn't eat all day, but there's not really much movement. There's no exercise really.
Yeah.
And then the one thing that
And
you eat is
I'm
pizza.
going to be honest. Dad never not ate all day. His not ate all day was not sitting down to have a meal.
Yeah.
It was like a couple of these, a couple
Yep.
of that.
Yep. Yep.
Sugar in his coffee.
Yep. Yep.
It's just
Couple
things you don't
sodas.
count.
Yep.
Because he would
No, it's
often
true.
say that to me,
It's
and I'd
true.
be like, "You were eating when I called you today," So, but now he's really following, and that's why
Yep.
the weight's coming off.
Yep.
I mean, really, it's amazing. He looks great, so I'm really proud of him. I just
Yep.
wanted to put that out there. Detox really works.
It does.
It's amazing.
It does.
But let's talk about other things for September because I think it's a huge month. September's like a new year.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it's
know?
the new January.
Yeah,
really.
it's like
I
it
mean,
could
or
be.
the second one.
Yeah, exactly. You really
Yeah.
can use it to your advantage
Yeah.
if you really put the time in,
Yeah.
put the thoughts in, put the schedule. You
Yeah.
know,
'Cause
know
think
what
about
you
it,
want
even if you
out
want
of
to
it.
get even if you want to get like a step up on other people too, you can start now, and then when the resolutioners start in January, you can, feel pretty good about yourself because you can say like, oh, I'm already,
I'm already
past
where I
them,
want to be. Yeah,
and not
It's
that it's a
true.
competition, but it's like,
no,
sometimes it makes you go a little bit harder.
it does. And remember, I know a lot of our clients, customers, they go away in December.
Yeah.
And that's going to be here before you know it.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So listen, and I'm not even saying to go crazy right now. I'm just saying have a schedule that you can, abide
Yeah.
to,
Even if you get all create a schedule so then it makes you feel more comfortable. And then when you, like you said, when you go away in December, at least you take away half the problem because when you come back, you won't be panicked again.
No,
You'll
exactly.
know your schedule and you'll be like,
Yes.
all right, I'm excited to get back because
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to do. That's half
Exactly.
the battle.
So true.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's the thing, one thing I do love that you said before, I think your mindset is so much involved always, but especially this time of year, like when you said people come in the store and they're like, oh, I feel disgusting, I look disgusting.
Yep.
Just having that mindset is really, it's not, like you said, doing you any favors, but it's also, it's gonna slow you down,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I always say, like, walk into a room feeling like you are doing everything you possibly can. Doesn't matter if you don't feel great that day, but if you show the world that you feel great, or it's going to make a big difference, and it's going to make you feel better.
Yep. Yeah.
I think it's so important, like how
I
we,
agree.
just present ourselves.
I agree. And also, too, I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it's almost like, like when you kind of like almost like subtly make yourself more comfortable to like messing up because you don't care?
Yes.
Like, do you think that it's almost a problem, like going into September, October, the colder months, like you're not wearing the same things that you wore in the summertime that are
Right.
more,
Oh, absolutely.
even if they're not like more revealing,
Mhm.
they're definitely revealing,
You're definitely covering
more,
up. Yeah.
you're more covered up now. So do you think that's almost like a bad thing? Because I don't know the right word, but like, do you think that's almost like a
Sabotaging?
a sabotage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because you're going into the colder months and you think like, oh, well, I don't have anything to look good for now, so I can just cover
Like
it
I
up.
don't care.
So
yeah.
I won't, it doesn't matter. If nobody could see it, it's not a problem.
Yeah. And that's true. People definitely give themselves more flexibility in the colder months, and that's why I say you have to think of your next motivation, whether you have a party coming up, a wedding, a holiday vacation.
Yep.
You need to have that motivation, because one thing you have to remember in these months, you have to remember how much harder it is to take off than it is to put on.
Yep.
So really, if you want to give yourself, I always tell everyone, give yourself that 3 to 5 pounds, like if you're comfortable in that, because you could always lose 3 to 5 pounds.
Yep.
You go over that, it's gonna be really hard, because everything over 5 pounds is always harder.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's a really good point.
Yep.
You know what my secret is to the cold weather?
Ooh.
Hot chocolate. I tell people all the time, like, do the diet hot chocolate. We have it in the store.
Yeah, the high protein
We actually
one.
have the high protein one.
Yeah.
It's 15 calories, but
Yeah.
it's a high protein.
Wow.
But they sell them all over. I'm just saying, it's such a treat. I
Wow.
have one every morning when I'm at work. I do. I love it. And
You know what I'm gonna?
it's just hot, but it's also like a little treat. So like I love it, and to know
Yeah.
it has protein in it makes it
You know
even
what's
better.
funny is I'm going to ask you something because I feel like it's going to be a question, and I'm actually curious. Can I have the hot chocolate if I do detox?
Yes,
You can.
Mhm.
Wow. That might be a nice
Yeah.
little sweet treat
Yeah.
at night.
absolutely.
Wow.
Only one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like, like everybody's always
No whipped cream.
no
Just
marshmallows.
saying. No marshmallows.
No marshmallows. Everybody went, damn. Almost at it. But no, that's actually a good one though, because everybody's always, splitting up the half of
Yes.
the muffin for saving the other half for later on.
I've told people,
or
try
saving
the hot
other half for
chocolate.
the
It's a
bar.
lifesaver.
Yeah. There you go.
And it
Wow,
gives
that's
you a
good
little
one.
difference from your coffee and from your tea,
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. And believe it or not, I say believe it or not, you
Yeah.
know this, but maybe some people don't. Cocoa is just so good for you.
Oh, it's so
good for you.
Dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Cocoa. Yeah.
Yeah, which is what it is, and
Yeah.
you don't realize it, but you're also giving your body something so healthy, and the protein on top of it is even better.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for it to be so low calories, like
It's amazing.
yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I have one every day. I love it. It's
I
like
know.
6 o'clock in the morning, but
I know, because I always clean your office. No, I'm kidding.
that's so funny.
No, but
Yeah, but well, I think
Yeah,
these
I
are
mean,
great tips,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think they're good for
And
people
if you
to
can leave
realize.
anybody off with one more thing, what would you do?
If I could leave everybody off with one more thing, I would say don't overstress.
Yep.
The more you think about something, the more that it becomes so big.
Yep.
Like, you tend to sometimes self-sabotage.
Yep.
Just take one day at a time.
Yep.
Get through one day. If you're really struggling and you get through a day, then you get through the next day.
Yep.
And if you don't get through a day, it's okay. Do better the next day.
Yep.
Because everyone's in different positions. And I have clients who will have an extra on-program snack or have 2 extra on-program snacks because they're not ready to. And they're okay with maintaining some weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they know it. You have to know what you're doing and know what
Yep.
you're capable of,
Yep.
and know what you're not capable of.
Yep. Absolutely.
And when you realize that, you just get through each day. It's not a race. It's just you against you, you know?
Yeah.
And especially this time of year, it's even better. Like,
Yeah.
you really can take it and do a great job with it and feel good about yourself, but not, like, race to the finish line.
Totally agree. Yeah.
Shorts are in the drawer.
What?
The shorts are in the drawer.
What does that mean?
Shorts, Your shorts, your bathing suits.
Is that like a line?
No,
Or-
I just made it up. Your bathing suit's back in the drawer.
Oh, so like they're yelling at you saying you better fit me.
No, I'm saying you don't have to, like, when you're in May and you got to put a bathing suit on next month or shorts on next month,
Oh.
you're in a race to get that weight off.
Oh.
You're doing
okay,
everything
okay.
you can. You're in September. You're like, okay, the shorts are back in the closet.
Oh.
The bathing suit's back in the
I'm
closet.
glad
I
you
have a little
explained it.
bit more time where I don't have to drive myself insane.
Yeah. Glad you explained it because I was going to say
That's how
my.
people think.
I
That's
was-
how I think.
Well, I'm saying I was going to say my clothing line and then say the socks are in the drawer. I don't know. But I guess it doesn't apply to socks. All right.
No,
But-
definitely not.
Okay. Well,
Unless I don't want to
mean,
go there.
I don't
All
want
right.
to. No, I don't think we should. Yeah.
All right. Well,
But-
we hope this helps.
Yep. And just remember too, like you said, just remember you don't need to do everything all at once. Just focus on doing the next thing right. That's it.
Exactly.
That's
I
it.
love that.
Yep. And hope you enjoyed listening.
Yep.
And please remember, you can always send us in questions on our Instagram. You can always send us in topics if you want to hear us talk about different things. We can take those through our Instagram if you DM us. And also, too, please remember to stop in Innovation at 8025 Jericho Turnpike, Woodbury, New York, or you can visit our website, innovationhealthymarket.com, or call the store 516-802-5055. We're open 7 days a week and are always there to help you with your shopping, orders, weight loss needs. When you come in, ask for me, Jake. I'll be happy to show you around the store. Or if you're looking for a one-on-one plan, I can make your first free consultation appointment with Josephine.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Have a
everybody.
great day, everyone.